Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is TituElite and we are back in Best Served Gold, episode number 21. And at the end of case 2, we've got only 3 days left, 13 out of 16. And we are very close to find out who the murderer is. We've got only 2 suspects now, Efia and Stravos. My bet is Stravos. We still need Efia's motive and Efia's alibi, or Stravos' alibi for that matter, but I do think it's Stravos the killer. So we've got our detectives here. I don't think we have any new evidence to show them, but let's see. Let's take a look at it. We don't. So let's talk to our patrons. And let's start from left to right as usual. We've got only 1 suspect here. So let's talk to Lawrence first. Hello, Mr. Lawrence. Good evening. Let's give you your favorite. And you should love me. Because of that, it's the drama queen. That will make you drunk. And you are going to love me. Cool. Cool. Yes, I know. You love me. We don't have any new questions, so let's show evidence. Okay, we've got the alibis. Let's say this. What do you have to say about criticism? Good heavens! The mouth on this scoundrel! Is this the sorry state of today's youth? Uncultured barbarians, the lot of them. Something ought to be done about it, I'll say. And to think one of the tickets to my premiere was wasted on this boorish lout. Yeah, indeed. So, what's this? Oliva was the true target of this vile scheme, goddess, and here I thought this awful situation could not get any worse. But why would anyone want to target someone like Oliva Carmine? Surely she didn't have any enemies. That remains to be seen. Okay, you are not helping me at all. Let's say you are the suspect number 4. See what he has to say about this. What a load of poppycock. Whatever it is, you are being sipping behind the bar there. You can pour me one as well. Okay, nothing much. What about the prop fiend? Oh, is that why? I always assumed making multiple copies was just busy work for them and a rather frivolous use of our budget too, but I didn't question it. Reese always was a rather odd duck after all, or perhaps a bat would be more apt comparison. Where'd the time go? I must be off. Good night, Bartender. Good night, Lawrence. So, Killian. Hello. Let's give you your favorite. I think it's the mint punch. It is indeed. Cool. You love me. So, no more line of questioning, indeed. And we've got a lot of things to ask you. Not the alibis. Okay, let's start with the guy. Time and place. Sure, I can definitely confirm Olivia didn't stab herself in the first act. That would have left an impression, alright? That's all you have to add? What are you expecting to hear? I didn't go backstage, did I? Besides, I was busy during the intermission. They had champagne and little finger foods in the lobby. Thanks anyway. Okay, you are not much of a help. Let's say this. Perhaps I'm a bit slow. Yeah, you don't have anything to say about that. As expected. Let's say about the fights. Yeah, you don't have anything to say about that as well. What about the vile threats? You should be very upset with Stravos because of this. Only a complete lunatic would threaten a woman, no matter what they argue about. That is never acceptable behavior for any gentleman. If only I'd been here, I've been there, I would have gladly protected her by myself, and none of this would have happened. It's a nice thought. Yeah, goodbye, goodbye, go to your mommy. Now, Rhys. You are here again indeed. Okay, let's give you your favorite, which is mint punch. Cool. And you love me. You love me indeed. So, evidence. Oh, we almost show you all. Okay, so this one then. Gave you the clue. That about sums it. Yeah, it up. Yes. Now the alibi. It was you as well. Gave you the clue. Yeah. And what about your own alibi? See what you have to say about that. Olivia Carmine is a decent person somewhere under that blonde, bejeweled facade. She's just endlessly grating to work with. Her offer was a kindness, but it seems a mercy for the both of us that our paths diverged. I wish her nothing but luck in the future, and hopefully a prop master with stronger nerves than mine. Yeah, so let's end the conversation. I don't have anything else to say to you. Yes. And let's start with Olivia once again. You love me, so let's give you the drama queen. That will make you drunk, and it's your favorite after all. Drama queen. Cool. Perfection. Indeed. Evidence. Evidence, evidence, evidence. Let's talk about your own alibi presented by Rhys. Well, there you have it. Vindication at last. Surely the verdict of a professional is enough to put even your fanciful theories to bed, huh? Absolutely. Splendid, I'll say. Rhys may be a dour little shrew, but a shrew with principles. Yeah, indeed. Okay, what about the proc collector? Yes, that's exactly it. I'm glad to hear you were paying attention. You know, you are a good listener, Bartender. I can only imagine the kind of information you must have been privy to over the years. Enough to fill a whole episode of Chamomile and Carmine, I bet. Probably more than one. Okay. What about the script? Yes, it's a real mystery, alright. Tell me, you are not one of those, are you? One of those? People who believe it's all about the script, as if the talent isn't what people really come to see. When I drive down the street, people will turn and look, darling. No matter what vehicle I'm in or who is behind the wheel, that's star power. Surely both are important. If you say so, I suppose the winter is quite good. Lawrence seems to think so anyway. He can't stop going on about them every chance he gets. Thanks for the warning. Yeah, you are not giving me anything, man. New prospects for Rhys. Pardon me, darling, as much I would love to gossip, I'm not too sure I know enough about this. Yeah, go back home then. F you, man. My friend. Let's give you your favorite, which is the femme fatale. That won't make you drunk, but tipsy. Okay. So, show you evidence. Let's start with this one. I don't gossip about my co-workers. Certainly not a time like this. That's not who I am. Take your prying inquiries elsewhere. by a thread. Olivia was the real target. That's concerning. Do you think it's possible? If what you say is true, then it must be. I don't see why my opinion matters. Do I believe someone wanted to kill her? Sure, she was certainly a more famous figure than Stravos. More infamous too. Okay. But that doesn't give me anything to go on. You should not like this. Unlikely. Care to elaborate? This is Olivia we are talking about. I don't think it really needs any elaboration, does it? I suppose not. Now the alibi of Olivia, you must love this. One can always count on Rhys not to mince words. You do well to listen to them, Bartender. It sounds like this, like it. And finally, Rhys' alibi from Olivia. And I don't have anything else to ask you, man. Grating though she may be at times, Olivia is a good woman. It's probably for the best that Rhys was already to move on. After what happened to Stravos, they would have been the most convenient scapegoat to appease the press either way. Sometimes the deck is stacked against you like that. It's time like this where those with influence like Olivia should raise their voices. It seems she rose to the occasion, or attempted to anyway. Yeah. Bye-bye, Olivia. Or Effia, sorry. So let's end the day. We don't have any more people to talk to. So, pet ginger ale, sleep. We don't have any new clues. So, day 14, man. Time is running out. Time is running out, man. Oh, loads of people today. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So let's start again with Lawrence. Hello, Lawrence. Let me give you your drama queen. Drama queen it is. Oh, this time it starts from here. Okay. Doesn't matter. Good. And do I have any new evidence to show you? Yeah, 3 pieces. So let's start with this one. Yes, that is indeed what I told you. Yeah, for sure. And the alibi is for Olivia. And you are not going to like the alibi for Rhys, but okay. Oh ho, surely you didn't need Rhys to tell you this. A lady like Olivia Carmine does not go around getting her hands dirty like that. And if she did have such talents, why, I could have spared myself the expense of a prop master, not to mention a whole lot of headaches. Yeah, indeed. And Rhys's alibi. Oh, Olivia didn't agree with my call. And here I was under the impression I was making the best decision for all involved. My, I really don't understand those two. If they really respect one another this much, they certainly have a peculiar way of showing it. I suppose I'm glad to hear it all worked out and that my former prop master is probably not a murderer, of course. Me too. Okay, let's wave goodbye, still with 1 action left. Okay. And now, Killian. Let's give your favorite, which is the mint punch. Let's do it. Cool. Nice. You love me. 100%. That's nice. May be useful for next case. Okay, let's talk about him. Surely the man was mistaken. A talent performant like Stravastone working in a metal factory? Why on earth would he resort to that? It's honest work, you know? Perhaps, but if I were him and I needed money that badly, I'd just have swallowed my pride and begged my parents. I'm sure you would have. I'm sure. Now the toolsmith. Perhaps I'm a bit slow. Yeah, not much going on here for you. And buy a thread. Come now, bartender, you can't honestly believe that. Why would anyone want to harm an attractive, confident, talented woman like her? Perhaps they were envious of her success. You can't be rich, blonde and beautiful anymore in this day and age without someone begrudging you for it. I'll take your word for it. Okay. Let's talk about the callback, why not? And here I was wondering why someone as talented as Olivia would ever sign up for a play as awful as this. She probably couldn't say no, as this was important to Lawrence, and look where it got her. Yeah, go to mommy. Go to mommy. So let's talk to Lucas now. Hello, Lucas. Oh, it seems my old favorite is no longer in the menu as well. Well, I trust you'll find something else I can appreciate. I think I know what you like, Lucas, already. Yeah, cold winter or wake-up call. Okay. Cold winter. For sure. Cool. Okay, you like me? It's nice. We don't have any line of questioning that we need you to like me, but okay. So, let's ask about Effia. The evidence of Effia. I think you've got a wild imagination, bartender, but I'll admit, if anyone was to plan a murder and as outlandish dramatic as this one, it would be a writer. Yeah, you don't say much, do you? What about this? I don't think you should be telling me things like this. It sounds like a private matter. Okay, so you don't know anything about Effia. What about Stravos? How utterly foolish of him. The man's a visionary and all of that, but directing isn't just about what's on stage. If what you are saying is true, I can certainly imagine Stravos could have flown off the handle over it. Dreadful. Okay. Okay. What about the blacklisted? I'm sorry, I wouldn't be able to tell you anything about that, but if he was angry enough to contemplate murder, I imagine someone must have noticed. Perhaps try asking people Stravos worked with. Thanks for the tips, Lucas. Yeah, bye-bye, Lucas. Okay, Bjorn. No. Evening, Bjorn. Let's give you your favorite to start. And your favorite is the evening prayer. Oh shoot! That's a miss. That's a miss. That's a big miss, man. Sorry. Sorry, Bjorn. I had some questions for you, man. So let's question about Effia. That doesn't sound like any business of mine, bartender. Yeah, bye-bye, Bjorn. Oh, that was a miss, man. A miss and a half. So let's go to Rhys now. Yeah, here you are again, Rhys. Indeed. And let's give you the mint punch that you like, that you love so much. And let's try not to fail this time around. Good. Good. Now, do we have any more questions for you? We don't. We don't. So, stay put. And let's go to Olivia now. And give her a drama queen. Just to get action points, because she is 100% affection towards us. So, drama queen. It is. Good. Got all action points now. And what should I ask? This. Why not? Oh, Killian. He is really quite adorable, isn't he? Painfully uncultured and duller than a book of stamps, of course, but he still spent his last penny on tickets just to see me perform. His parents' penny. Ah! Let me tell you, darling, there's nothing quite like the attentions of a handsome young fool to make a lady feel young. Okay. And what about your own motive? You should not like this, but okay. Don't be absurd. In what world would be a woman like me go around getting her hands dirty just to deal with some creep? Because in my world, we have the police for that sort of thing. I'll admit, that neurotic little detective you are always getting cozy with does not inspire the greatest confidence in law enforcement. But rest assured, if someone threatened my life, I wouldn't be taking matters into my own hands. Besides, how would I even have done so? We'd hardly need a prop master if I was as resourceful as you seem to think I am. Yeah, you are right there. So this... Oh, I just knew they'd bring that up. Honestly, the ego on that one always giving me the attitude. With hundreds of pages to script to memorize and multiple custom changes to pull off mid-performance, do they not think that I have more important things to be worrying about than their little trinkets? As long as there is a prop in my hand, when a scene starts and it finds its way back to the prop table, sometimes after it ends, that's what matters, isn't it? I don't think they see it that way. Okay, but you are right, Olivia. You are completely right. Let's show you your evidence against you. Oh, please. Though I'm undeniably a woman of many talents, metalworking is certainly not one of them. Could you imagine? Could you imagine indeed? So we are going to exhaust the tips with you, or the clues in this case. Yes, that's exactly it. I'm glad to hear you were paying attention. Yeah, I know I'm a good listener. You have already said that. Okay, so, Effia. Last. Welcome, Effia. Let's give you your favorite. Have I gotten you drunk? That's the question. You get drunk on 6, and I haven't. I haven't indeed. So let's give you a one-night stand. That will make you drunk. Maybe that will help. Don't be hard on yourself. This isn't quite right, but it's not bad either. Okay, we've got 5 action points despite that. It's only the femme fatale that you like. But you are drunk now. Aha! Lawrence said you were once in Crossing. Acting. Now there's a window into my past. Well, I might not look in these days, but yes, I was once an actor. The life didn't fit me. I'm not quite petite enough, not quite demure enough, not quite discreet enough. And I never had quite the right look for the casting directors. Funny that I didn't get my breakthrough, though I always picked enough work to keep the dream alive. Barely. What happened? What little hope I did having to getting a lead role was snuffed out when I did the stupidest thing a woman like me could do. What was that? I tried to help someone. Stravos was pursuing me romantically while dating Olivia. In my naivety, I thought his desperate, wretched advance would be shameful when I brought it into the light. It didn't work out? No, men like him don't feel shame. The system protects them so they never have to feel anything at all. This time the system was represented by one Lawrence Sullivan IV. I came to Lawrence in confidence and told him about Strava's behavior. I also sent an anonymous letter to Olivia to tell her she was being played for a fool. When the system moves against you, it's very fast and it's very effective. What Lawrence did at the time seems cruel and personal, but now I understand things a little bit better. I see his actions for what they really were. What were they? The predictable outcome of challenging power, and the power to create wealth when you have none. Stravos held the power and brought it in the money. All I had was shown some nerve and a sense of justice. The system doesn't care about that. You get rolled over, crushed. The next day I was locked out of rehearsals. The items from my locker were in a box by the garbage. Everyone walked right past me. It was like I was a stranger to people I'd known for years. They had all been warned to stay away from me. We got the motive. And just like that, I was out in the cold. Lawrence fired me to protect Stravas, and my acting career was over. That's awful. It's the past. That's why I can't change career and found my own way. And that's why I started the melodic wire too. But that's a whole other discussion. Okay. You mentioned the melodic wire? Yes, I did. So I guess you seem trustworthy to me. Don't prove me wrong. I won't. The melodic wire is a whisper network I set up to protect vulnerable people who work in the theater and creative industries. How does it work? I put out a newsletter once a month. It's for vulnerable people who need to know who to avoid and how to handle dangerous people in the industry. Who are the vulnerable people? A lot of women, but not only women. Anyone without power or authority who might be target. Is it working? I think so. I get letters from people telling me the newsletter helped them avoid abuse, and sometimes message from people saying they wished they read it sooner. Sounds worthwhile. Thank you. Okay, nice. Though I wonder if I'm still the right person to run it. Forget I said anything, okay? This is just between us. Okay, so we got a lot of information finally, man. Finally we got a lot of information. So we didn't get your motive. So if I confront you with your motive, what you have to say? Yes, that's what I said. Yes, indeed. So let's end the conversation and start with the detectives now. Let's see the computer. If the computer has anything new, probably it won't. Okay, it doesn't. So we have 2 days to go, man. This one and another one. Okay, you go. Bartender. Okay, I have new evidence for you, detective. Effie's murder, Effie's motive. Effie had been an actor on Crossing until Stravas came to her rather aggressively. When she spoke to Lawrence about this, she was quietly fired and urged to keep silence as Stravas' career was deemed more important than hers. I thought I told you not to go digging in my case, Bartender, and yet here you are, presenting me with an entire tragic book story. How do you even manage to unearth this sort of stuff? Can we just discuss the motive? Fine. If what you are telling me is true, it's revenge, the oldest motive in the book. I still have my doubts. Stravos may have been a pig, but surely Lawrence behaved just as poorly in this situation. And how would she even have pulled this off? I'll keep digging. Alright. So, nothing more to do with you. So let's talk to Elena. Elena must love this new information. Probably. She will love it. So, let's present this. Ah, it's a sad tale, and one I've certainly heard before. Too many powerful men in this industry think themselves untouchable, beyond reproach for their misdeeds. And they are continuously proven right by directors and producers that shield them from the consequences of their actions. Well, not in this case, I suppose. It would certainly be understandable for Miss DeVos to hold a grudge again over the impact Stravas' actions had on her career. But is it enough to commit murder? She found her own path to succeed in the end. You may want to run this one by people that know her well, then and now. Yeah, you are right. You are completely right. Okay, so let's start with Lawrence. Okay, let's present you with that evidence. Effie's motive. What do you have to say about this? Oh, come now, bartender. I don't see why you must bring up old gossip from a bygone era. You are blowing all of this terribly out of proportion, I assure you. You deem the career of a cheater more important than hers. Well, yes, I suppose it does sound bad when you phrase it like that, but what choice did I have? Stavros was my star. His career as an actor showed great promise, much more than hers did. I couldn't risk destroying all that with a public scandal, could I? Was that appropriate punishment for a brief wandering of the heart? And of course I had to consider Olivia's feeling in these matters, and how lucrative their public relationship had been for crossing ticket sales. No, my back was firmly against the wall, I assure you. It was an unfortunate lost situation, but I do believe I made the best call. I don't think Effie would agree. You don't actually believe Effie still held a grudge after all this time, do you? It's not as if she was banished from the world of theater. Why, I'd say the fact she's part of the Alliance rather proves that. Under a false name? Yes, well, it is what it is. Yeah, you didn't provide me with an alibi, so let's see if Rhys will do that. Are you going to provide me an alibi for Effie, Rhys? Probably Olivia will. Hung out to dry to protect the talent. Where have I heard that before? And I thought Stavros was a good egg, or at least a surprisingly class-conscious egg. Just goes to show you can never trust someone to do the right thing in this industry when actors and their egos are involved. Sometimes I think should have become an accountant. It's not too late. I'm never sure. Yeah, we don't have any more questions for you, Rhys. So bye-bye. You are not the one giving her an alibi. It is Olivia for sure that will give her an alibi. So we have one day to do so, and now we have one lead to put on our board. Let's patch ginger ale first, for sure. And our final lead, Effie's motive. So let's try to work this with anything. Probably it's no use, but I'm going to try it nevertheless. This is probably not going to connect with anything, but you never know. You never know. Okay. Almost done. Okay, as expected. Nothing to connect. Let's bet ginger ale and let's go to sleep. Okay, I don't think she did it. She is happy as a writer now, so I'm pretty sure she didn't mean that. Okay, we've got Olivia here. So, let's talk to our boss first. Hello, boss. Evening, boss. Evening, boss. Let's give you your favorite to make you love me. Dry war. Cool. Done. Go, 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 go. And let's show you Effie's motive to see what you have to say about that. He may be a visionary, but it's clearly people's skills are not his strong point. Sacking the poor girl from Strava's improper behavior was certainly a misstep. Enough to hold a grudge towards Stravas? I couldn't tell you. Her willingness to work on the alliance could be seen as a way to get close enough to Stravas to strike, but it could just as easily be a sign of emotional maturity. Who's to say? Yeah, you are right there, boss. You are right there. So, Effie the writer, what do you have to say about this? Oh, come now. You are not expecting me to believe that sort of nonsense. I'm sure Miss DeVos is a perfectly fine young woman, maybe even a talented writer in her own right, but Gale de Winter she is not. There are certainly complexities in language and delicate nuances in their view of upper-class life that are simply not achievable for someone of Effie's background. It's true, Lawrence told me himself. Maybe he's going senile. That suddenly makes more sense to me than the alternative. Okay. So, Toolsmith, what do you have to say about this, boss? You are putting a lot of faith in Bjorn's judgment here. I'm not sure I'd share it. I'm sure the lad means to help, but what would a Scotian Viking know about something as artistic and intricately crafted as a stage prop? No good comes from overestimating oneself. He'd do best to stick to what he knows instead of putting thoughts like this in your head. Yeah, bye-bye, boss. Bye-bye, boss. So let's see what you have to say, Lawrence. First, let's give you your favorite, your drama queen, to make you love me. Drama queen it is. Good. Yes, 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 I know. I know you love that. And we don't have anything else, so let's end the conversation. Yes. Now the same with Killian. Let's give your favorite, which is the mint bunch. Cool. Okay, you love me. We got 4 actions, so we can show you 3 leads. Starting with this one. What do you have to say about this? That's dark. Why are you telling me about this? You are not warning me about flirting with her, are you? Because trust me, that ship has sailed and sunk. What? No. Look, I don't really know Effie. She's a bit irritable, perhaps, but it sounds to me like Stravos and Lawrence treat her very cruelly. That's not how a gentleman should behave. If I were her, I'd be angry too. Yeah. You are right there, man. Now let's talk about the alibis. Olivia offered to help them and they declined it, but they lost their job. I can't even imagine being that cool and confident. They are not afraid to dive into the unknown, just trusting they'll find their own way in the end and land on their feet. They are amazing. Okay, one more, and we'll keep you there. Of course she wasn't the culprit, Bartender. I could have told you that. Oh, really? Just look at her. She doesn't match the profile at all. Don't you ever read crime novels? Murderers are never pretty blondes. I'm pretty sure they are categorically innocent. Red hands on the other hand? Exactly. It all checks out, doesn't it? Okay. So let's wave goodbye to Killian. Reese, we don't have anything else to say to him, so let's talk to Effie first. Welcome back, Effie. Okay, let's make you drunk again. Why not, really? And we need a 6, so I'm going to give you the drama queen. You should not like this one, but okay. It will make you drunk. Don't be hard on yourself. This isn't quite right, but it's not better either. Okay, we've got 4 action points. Okay, and we don't have anything else to ask you. So let's keep you there. And let's talk to Olivia. Probably Olivia will give you an alibi. Evening, Olivia. So let's give you your favorite, the drama queen. Drama queen it is. Perfection, here we know. Do we have any line of questioning? No, we don't. But we've got Effie's motive, so what do you have to say about this? You are giving me an alibi for her, aren't you? Effie tried to murder Stravas. Darling, what are you on about? Doesn't it make sense? Perhaps if you know nothing of the people involved, you might think this mad theory holds water. But as someone who considers herself to be very close to Effie despite her sometimes cold attitude, I am offended on her behalf. I wouldn't deny Effie held a grudge against Stravas during the production of Crossing. His unwanted advances ground her patience and goodwill and made her feel uncomfortable, unsafe even. She made the right choice and turned to the one person that could protect her. You. Precisely. It must not have been easy. I think she was afraid. I seen her as the reason of our relationship failed, not Stravas. Effie slipped an anonymous letter with all the details underneath my door while I was having my makeup done. I was quite tactful of her to try and inform me in such a fashion, but I'm afraid I've seen her elaborated handwriting far too often. I broke things off with Stravas, informed my producer I was no longer comfortable working with him, and decided to move on with my life. Sad to say, there was little I could do for Effie to repay her at the time. She had already moved on her career as a writer by the time I could get rid of Lawrence. Still, I'll gladly play the debt today by telling you that Effie would never plan any elaborated plot for revenge if it might threaten my safety too. Yeah. It's a bleak world out there when it comes to troublesome men, and she and I will always keep an eye out for each other, even if we don't do so openly. You are lucky to have each other. Yeah, she provided me with the alibi. Indeed. Sisterhood. Olivia reveals that she knew the letter about Stravas' behavior was sent by Effie, as she recognized the handwriting. Effie clearly looked out for Olivia and would not risk her getting hurt just to get back at Stravas. Yes, that's exactly it. I'm glad to hear that you were paying attention. Yeah. You've already told us that. Okay, so let's talk to everybody now, with the alibi at hand, and see what you have to say about this. And we can end the case, man, finally. How touching. In the theater world, one hears so much of egos clashing and emotions running high. It can be easy to forget that some truly strong bonds are forged there and as well. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's end the conversation. Let's tell this to Killian. Even after all of my years of experience, women continue to be an absolute mystery to me, but I suppose that's part of why I like them. Yeah, go run to your mother. Now to you. Oh, I didn't serve you a drink, so let's do it. So you will like me even more. It's the mint punch, alright. Go. Nice. Okay, Nice, 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 nice. Okay, and finally, the alibi, Effie's alibi. There are two women working together in the theater who don't wish that on each other, and that's after production. In our world, that's what some would call besties. So they are actually friends. To my knowledge, yes, Effie has the patience of a saint, if you ask me. Okay, bye-bye, Reese. And finally, Effie. You will be glad to know that Olivia has your back. So she always knew, and to think I'd be afraid to send that letter, worrying that she would take Strava's word over mine, that would fracture what friendship there was between us. It seems I didn't have to worry. Olivia is a decent woman. She and I have had our differences, but I would never want to see her hurt. She's been hurt enough by that swine. We both have. This will be... yeah. Okay, so nothing more. So let's present the alibi to you, Bartender. To you, Hugo. Sorry, not Bartender. Well, that's another theory down the drain, but it does make sense. It takes a seriously twisted mind to be okay with that kind of collateral damage. In my experience, revenge is usually more targeted than that. Yeah, you are right. Elena, finally. Evening, Elena. We've got it all, man. We've got it all. I could end the case here. Well, color me surprise. Considering Olivia is a person of interest in our investigation, it doesn't benefit her to help another suspect. I believe we can take her word for it. This plot could not only have injured Olivia, it was also a deeply traumatizing thing to inflict upon a woman you consider a friend and whose well-being you've clearly always held in high regard. As you know, yeah. So, I'm going to win the case. I'm going to win the case indeed. So, let's submit the case. Yes, are you sure you want to call the detective? Yep. Let's call him. I think we'd best present our case before the police decide to submit one themselves. Let's hear your theory. Here's what I found to present the case. Who do you believe is responsible for the death of Strava Stone? Strava Stone? So Stravas himself is to blame. Well, I look forward to your explanation of this, Bartender. It would certainly be quite a twist. Was the proper dagged switch? If so, how? Stravas sabotaged the knife to kill Olivia. You suspect Stravas sabotaged the dagger to trick Olivia into taking her own life, but of course Olivia's careless use of a backup prop saved her own life and sealed Stravas' fate. He died by his own dagger. Now, why would Stravas want to murder Olivia Carmine? Lawrence revealed Olivia's role in Strava's blacklisting. So when first casting the alliance, Lawrence carelessly told Stravas that Olivia had been behind his blacklisting all along. Lawrence must have hoped that any messy history between them would be water under the bridge. He was wrong. Stravas still wanted revenge. Take a breath. Are you sure about all this? Once I submit this report to Hugo to present to the judicar, things will be set in motion that cannot be undone. I'm confident. Alright, you have my seal of approval. Now you should have a talk with Hugo. Let's put our best foot forward and hope we have made the right choice. So let's talk to Hugo. Underneath the counter, you clutch the case file you prepared with Elena's help. As Hugo finally manages to lift his head, his eyes meet yours. Once he sits down at a bar, he absently stares down at the wooden counter. Upon placing the documents in front of him, he finally seems to snap out of his trance. Huh? What is this supposed to be? It's something Elena and I have been working on. Hugo's dejections lifts a little as he thumbs through the file. For the first time in weeks, he seems to unclench his jaw and sit up straight. This is very helpful, and he's in a good mood and he loves me now. I have not been fair with you, bartender. I'm not sure I deserve this help or your generosity for that matter. It's okay, Hugo. Thank you. I was stubborn, I was foolish, and then I was truly arrogant in thinking I could handle this without your help. Just get this to the station, detective. I will, of course. I owe you a debt of gratitude, bartender, and I've been thinking as well. I know my own strengths as a detective. I can analyze evidence, make deductions, dissect the minds of criminals. But people are a challenge. Talking to others is a skill I've never really possessed or valued as much as I should have. A skill that people like you possess in spades. I see that now. Perhaps I dismiss you too harshly after our first case together. I have the power to deputize citizens, to appoint someone as my partner. Perhaps I should exercise that power with you. With your permission, I'll take these findings to my superiors. From the looks of it, these notes are more promising than anything I've found so far. Let's hope something comes out of this. Let's hope so indeed. Hugo gets up from his stool, tightly clutching the case file. He strides to the door with a newfound vigor. With haste in his step, Hugo exits the bar. Good luck, detective. Good luck indeed. So let's end the day and let's see this case through. The calendar becomes available in the home office after a case has been submitted. You can use it to skip forward to the day of the deadline if you don't want to spend the remaining day serving drinks and socializing with your customers. Oh, that's new. That's cool. That's very cool. But I'm not going to. I'm going to bet ginger ale and I'm going to sleep because the deadline is tomorrow. Precisely. That's very cool. So Tuesday, day 16 out of 16. Hugo is here. Just like last time, Detective Merton's body language and expression are hard to read as he approached the counter. Upon sitting down, however, you manage to get a better look. A sheepish smile and a little laugh. Not what you expect from Hugo. He places his hand on the counter and takes a breath, then lets out a contented sigh. Strava Stone planted the dagger, hoping that Olivia Carmine would fatally injure herself, but a series of unplanned events caused his plan to backfire, causing his own death. And you actually managed to find enough evidence to make a convincing case out of this bizarre turn of events. All I can say is this: well done, bartender. I truly could not have made those deductions myself. Your mind is sharp and your insight has been invaluable. I could learn much from this case, and from you. It's not just your people skills I admire, bartender. It's your unique approach, your deductions, your determination. I'm used to working alone, but I'd be a fool to deny I'm more effective with you at my side. It would be my honor to have you as my partner, if you'd consider it. Hugo smiles as he reaches out and shakes your hand. This whole debacle has taught me two things. I must work harder to continue to learn as an officer of the Bukovie Constabulary, and I hate the opera. Next case indeed. Okay, next case. So, Stravo Stone attempted murder becomes victim. Botched murder attempt on Olivia Carmine kills opera star. Here's to my love, the case 2. Solved. Guilty. Who killed Stravo Stone? Stravo Stone. What was their motive? Stravo's motive. What proves them guilty? Suicide by proxy. Day of submission, 15 out of 16. We found all clues. Cocktail served, 70. Alcohol served. Most served cocktail, Drama Queen. Affection earned. And the highest affection to Lawrence. Cool. So let's get to the next case. A few months later, 5. The Crucible. Day 1, Monday. Okay, so looks like we have a new crime, and this time around we've got a witness. But it's something we are going to deal in tomorrow's episode, because this one is done, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and leave me some comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. My name is TituElite. I hope to see you tomorrow for case number 3 here in Best Served Gold. Bye bye and take care.